Welcome to my attempt, the much waited and anticipated attempt at Oregon Trail. I'll be using archive.org. It runs the game on an emulator, since I don't actually have a computer old enough to run the original version anymore. And I don't even know how I'd record that properly on a different device. So, first question is why my mouse is flickering like crazy. Hopefully okay, it's just a loading. No, it's just doing that. I've had some weird problems. Microsoft just ran an update. Anyways, so let's get right into this game. This is the DOS version, so it's not the original. It's a port of the original from the Apple version. This one was made a couple years later, and this is the non-mouse control one, so everything's controlled to the keyboard. Anyways, let's load the game up and see if it runs. Check the volume. But it's quite impressive that they're able to get this game to run on here. I'm going to pause the video for a second to make sure it still works, because I've had some weird problems. I had one time where my microphone sped up, so it sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks. I saved that recording. I might put that up there at some point. And let's just say, I'm not an expert at this recording stuff, so I'll see if it works. Okay, so far everything seems to be working. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop. Let's go to full screen. So, there's different things you can do in the game, but let's just dive right in and see how that goes. Okay, choose what kind of person we're going to play as. What I'm thinking is, now the banker comes with the most money. The farmer comes with the least amount of money. Let's see, traveling to Oregon isn't easy. But if you're a banker, you'll have more money for supplies and services than a carpenter or a farmer. However, the harder you have to try, the more points you deserve. Therefore, the farmer earns the greatest number of points and the banker earns the least. Basically, they're doing it point-based. Though if you want to be funny about it, historically, the banker probably wouldn't have done as well as, say, the farmer or the carpenter once they arrived, because if you're homesteading, farming is what you're going to do on a homestead. Likewise, a carpenter, well, not necessarily a farmer, they would have some handy skills. And if you're going to Oregon, there's a lot of trees in Oregon, so carpenters might have some work there. We're going to pick the middle of the road, though. Banker would be fun, not having to worry about money, but let's go with carpenter for this run. All right, what is the name of your wagon leader? Well, our wagon leader, of course, should naturally be the most popular desk in my classroom, the desk barcoded Lightswitc. I'll explain the story behind that in a minute. And of course, there aren't enough spaces for all those letters. Oh well. Let's see, for other players on this thing, let's go with desk 17. Oh, I can't type out the numbers. Oh. Desk 7. All right, desk 7. It was supposed to be desk 17, which is a funny reference. I'll explain later, I guess. Let's see here. Player number 3, desk number 1. So I had a student vote on historical figures, and the most popular desk historical figure in all my history classes last year was Bob Ross. Yeah, I know. We need another desk. Let's go with Trotsky, another fun historical figure. And then we need one more name. Some people said, oh, why don't you pick your favorite students? And I said, you do realize this is Oregon Trail. Most of the time things do not go well, and that would be awkward to explain. Oh yeah, your character died of cholera on the trail. Yeah, that'd be awkward. Let's go with, what's a fun desk name? Oh, I know. It's not a desk name, but it's a running joke. There's no windows in my classroom, so we'll have a window at least in this game. Alrighty, so looking at this, it is 1848. Ooh, year of the revolutions in Europe. Your jumping off place for Oregon is Independence, Missouri. or Missouri. You must decide which month to leave independence. Well, let's get some advice. You attend a public meeting held for folks with the California-Oregon fever. You're told if you leave too early, there won't be any grass for your oxen to eat. If you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before winter comes. If you leave just at the right time, there will be green grass and the weather will still be cool. So what they're really telling you is shoot for the middle. We've got March, April, May, June, July. I like April. It's a nice month. Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. You have $800 in cash, but you don't have to spend it all now. You can buy whatever you need at Matt's General Store. Okay, well, let's go see Matt. Get a sip of tea. Sure, that sounds lovely on the microphone, but that's the problem. I have this 10-plus-year-old headset to work with. The joys of teaching. High-paying profession. Anyways, you need a team of... okay. Hello, I'm Matt. So you're going to Oregon. I can fix you up with what you need. A team of oxen to pull your wagon, clothing for both summer and winter. Alrighty. Food... Plenty of food for the trip, ammunition for your rifles, spare parts for your wagon. Well, let's start at the top and work our way down. Obviously, we're going to need some oxen. There are 2 oxen in a yoke. I recommend at least 3 yoke. I charge $40 a yoke. How many yoke do you want? Let's be on the safe side. He says at least 3. But you have to keep in mind, whatever oxen you bring and whatever oxen survive the trail, you can use them to help start your farm, because you know they can pull things like plows. You can eat them if you get desperate, or you could sell them, I suppose, when you get to the other end to those other yahoos who forgot all their supplies. So let's buy at least 4. That cost me $160. Alrighty, let's look at some food. I recommend you take at least 200 pounds of food for each person in your family. I see you have 5 people in all. You'll need flour, sugar, bacon, coffee. My price is 20 cents a pound. So the game really simplifies a lot of the variables in this. They just sell food in bulk. That's all there is. I know in later games, like when I was going to school, I actually played Oregon Trail 4 in the classroom, and they broke things up. But also that game was easy. Like, you had to go out of your way to get your team killed in that game. Whereas this game, it'll do it for you, even if you're doing everything right. So how much food do we want? Well, 200 times 5 is 1,000. Let's go with, I don't want to go with double, let's go with 1,400? Ooh, that's expensive. Alright, clothing. You'll need warm clothing in the mountains. I recommend taking at least 2 sets of clothing per person. Each set is $10. How many sets of clothing do you want? Let's shoot with 11. Alrighty, ammunition. I say ammunition in boxes of 20 bullets. Each box is $2. How many boxes do you want? Well, let's go with 100 rounds of ammunition. I really have no clue how much ammo you actually need. But ammunition is hunting is the primary way, in the game at least, to get more food. You don't really use it for anything else. Really, the only way you lose ammunition is having bad aim, having poor control issues, or you lose it whenever there's a random event. So let's buy 5 boxes of bullets. Yeah, that's right. Alrighty, let's look at the spare parts. I hope I have enough money left for that. It's a good idea to have a few spare parts. Here are the prices. How many wagon wheels do you want? Let's go with 2, because you can repair things on the trail, or you can just outright replace them. And if you break things, I forget exactly. It's been years since I played this. When I did the beta, when I did a test run to see if this worked, I really didn't know what I was doing. So let's get 2 wheels, 2 axles, and 2 tongues. Total bill 620. I think we're ready. Well then, you're ready to start. Good luck. You have a long and difficult journey ahead of you.